So summer grilling season, right? It's right around the corner. I got some expert help. Executive Chef Michael Bonk with the newly renovated BLT steak is showing us how to prepare the perfect steak and meal. We are in the heart of Washington, D.C. at the newly renovated BLT steak. Executive Chef Michael Bonk knows a thing or two about how to prepare the perfect steak. So he's going to give us a lesson and give us some tips for our summer grilling. I love this setup. Tell me what we're going to be making up today.
Today we're going to make the cream of the crop, the king of the steaks, the A5 Wagyu beef. This is from the Miyazaki Prefecture, which is in the southernmost tip of Japan. In terms of beef, you can't get better than this.
How do you prepare it, though, if you're brave at home and you want to give it a try?
For this particular steak, I like to sear this in a pan. It has a high fat content. It's actually a healthier fat, though. It's high in linoleic acid, which is a heart-healthy fat. But I find that if you put it on the grill, it could kind of burn up a little bit. So what we have in here is a little bit of grapeseed oil, which is a neutral oil. We're going to just sear this lightly on both sides. It's about 1.5 minutes per side.
And these beautiful cuts that you have here, these are better for grilling in the summer.
Absolutely. So I'm going to start with what my favorite cut for grilling is, and this is great for amateurs. This is our skirt steak. It's a thinner steak. It's really juicy, packs a lot of flavor, holds up well to marinades, and the good thing about it is it's really easy to grill because it only takes about 1 minute on each side.
All right, next up.
This is going to be a bone-in strip, also called a Kansas City cut. The next one we have here is the ribeye. You know, our ribeye is always going to be a popular cut for grilling. It has a lot of fat content. This particular one does have the bone in it.
We'll get this flipped and ready to go.
Yeah, let me go ahead and flip over this Wagyu.
That was quick. Oh, that's sizzle.
Yeah.
That's a perfect sear on the outside.
Yeah, thank you. For the larger cuts of steak, I'll actually season those probably about a half an hour before I like to grill them. I like to get them up to room temperature and also let that salt permeate inside the meat. This is the final one. So this is going to be a porterhouse. So a porterhouse includes 2 cuts. You got your strip on one side and you got your filet on the other. So it's like the best of 2 worlds. You got the bone running up in the center, so it's going to keep it nice and moist. I actually am a huge fan of cooking steak sous vide, especially the larger cuts of steak, because you can cook it at a perfect temperature. So it makes every cook look like he's a professional. And you always want to sear it afterwards. I let it rest for a minute so that way it's nice and cool, and then always try to sear it either in some fat or some butter.
Now you added some lobster on top of this.
What you have here is your Wagyu beef.
Nice.
You got a half a lobster on it. It's cooked in a little bit of lobster butter.
Can't go wrong. I'll tell you what, I'm going to reach over here, grab a popover because they are known for their perfect bread. I'll take a little nibble, and I say we take this over to the table and talk about some of the other side dishes and sample that steak so we can assure everyone that it is perfectly cooked. And the finished product, A5 Wagyu steak, complete with lobster on top. Chef Bonk, you've outdone yourself.
Thank you.
Can I try it, please? I've been waiting so patiently. Look at that.
This is what it's for, right?
Oh my goodness, thank you for doing the honors.
You're welcome.
This looks so good. Do you see how buttery that is? It cuts so easy. That consistency is perfect. I'm gonna dig in and tell everyone how incredible this is. I love a good steak. Oh wow. That melts in your mouth.
It does, it does. It has a different type of fat. It almost melts at body temperature.
I'm having a moment. While I take this all in and sip on this wine, will you tell me what else you've prepared to accompany this amazing steak?
Sure. These are some of our standbys here at the restaurant. We have our grilled double-cut bacon, a little parsley sauce. We finish it with a little sherry vinegar. Our Dover sole, cook it on the bone. Got a soy and brown butter sauce. Some of our popular sides, asparagus, especially in the spring. Asparagus season is coming up real soon. Hen of the Woods mushrooms, also coming up in season. And how could I forget our tuna tartare, which is one of our most popular starters in the restaurant.
Thank you, Chef
You're
Bonk.
welcome.
And this epic potato right here that you can kind of make yourself and share at the table is great, too.
Absolutely. You get tons of sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon. You make your own loaded potato.
Now, I'll tell you what, I've been trying not to be greedy, but I'm going to finish this bite, and would you do the honors and stay with me?
Cheers.
Cheers, Chef. BLT steak.